Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. Today I have come on to film card 1 in the May class in the post with Wisteria Wishes. So yeah, thank you very much to all of you who have bought this in its many forms. I do appreciate all your support. So I'm kind of challenging myself a wee bit. So I made my samples for this class with our UK size paper and in centimetres. But because I have so many supporters across the pond who like to access my measurements and my videos, I am challenging myself now to make the card I make in the film in the US size, because in the US they use a different size of paper. I think it's called letter card, and it's like 11 inches by 8.5 inches, whereas ours is 8.25 by 11.5. I think I'm mixed up with, but anyway, it's different. So I've got a card base here, which is a piece of card which is 8.5 inches that way and 5.5 inches this way, folded in half to give a card base that is 4.25 inches by 5.5, and then using increments of 1/4 of an inch, I've got I can never remember the new colours, I'm getting there, Starry Sky layer, which is 4 inches by 5.25, and then a basic white, our thin basic white for stamping on, is 5 inches by 3.75 that way. So they layer up quite nicely, given a slightly bigger border than I have on, so you'll see the slight difference. It's just, so you'll see the difference in the card bases. Ours in the UK are taller and slimmer, and in the American size card is shorter and fatter. But it still works, you know, and these still fit into our envelopes, so that's the same envelope, so that's fine. So you can do them either way around because I'm giving you the measurements for both. So this is the piece that we're going to stamp on, and we're using Wisteria Wishes, which is the stamp set that this class is based around. So we've got 4, and once we're finished we've got 4 cards and a bag and hopefully a tag as well. So I'm just filming these one at a time. So yeah, so let's just do card 1. So hope you're all well, and I hope you enjoy doing this class. So I'm going to first of all take this foliage stamp, and similar to what I've done here is I'm just going to stamp some greenery along the top and then some flower fronds hanging down. But I'm going to use, what in this one I used the happy birthday sentiment from Happiness Abounds, because I like it, and I'm a bit short of birthday cards, so I'm trying to use happy birthdays. Do you know what I mean? Blethering now. Right, so but this time I'm going to use this one of the sentiments from the stamp set, and this one is to a friend who's all kinds of wonderful. So isn't that's a nice sentiment. So I'm going to use the Starry Sky for that sentiment. I'm going to pop the sentiment in this corner. The reason for putting the sentiment in first is then you can make sure that it's been afforded enough space, and you're not going to stamp the flower fronds over your sentiment. So there you go. It's just lovely, lovely script. Yeah, like that. So then I've got the greenery, and I don't want that in that, do we? So I will need it in a minute, so we'll just keep it open, but just take it off the stage for the moment. And we're using Parakeet Party. Now my pad is super duper juicy, so it was given a slight, I really need to use up some of that ink, but we'll just go with it. It's just a wee bit bubbly, and it's just because there's far too much ink in that pad. I need to move it all across, but I'm not just now. So I am just gonna, let me see. I want these the bits where the wisteria is going to hang from to not be too, I want it to try and make sure that's straight. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to put this one up a bit higher because these ones come near the sentiment. Oh, that's not good, is it? That's poor stamping. But I'm going to leave it as is because I do have a marker pen that I can sort that with. When you start trying to overstamp, you get in a mess, and that's where our marker pens are really good. There's another little stamp here which I hadn't got out ready, but so you can add extra foliage. Just kind of just add it wherever you think. You could do it after you've put your flowers in as well. It just makes it look all a bit, well, we'll leave that. I might actually just put one that's going over there, and then my poor stamping won't be so obvious. The wisteria vine coming down a bit there. Right, we'll see how it looks after we've done the flowers. So I used Orchid Oasis for the base. Do you know what? I'm going to stick some power in my phone so it doesn't run out of power while we're... Sorry if I knocked you there. But... Whoa! We're moving everything. I thought it should be okay. Right. So we've got the 3 flower, I can't call them fronds. I don't know if that's a word or not. But, so this time I'm using Orchid Oasis. Is that what it's called? Yes, it is. I wondered if I was making that up there. Right, so we don't want this over our sentiment, so we'll just set these ones up the stalk just a little bit. Oh, it's just lovely. I love this ink. This colour is just divine. I don't know if I'm being over dramatic, but I love it. Just lovely. And then we can double stamp. We've got this extra stamp. Now you could double stamp with the same colour and then just, you would increase the intensity of it. But I'm just going to go over it with Starry Skies, and it really does give some texture. I'll keep that because I might want a few more leaves. I think I do. Let's just over stamp. So this is just a single stamp, flower stamp here, which is lovely. And you don't have to be precise, just aim it over this one. And see, it just gives it dimension. So what are you all thinking of the new annual catalogue? I'm loving it. There's loads in it that I want to play with. I think it's got enough variety in it for everybody. So this is our first card. It's our simple Stampin' card, and I always like to have a really simple one to kick us off because it kind of relaxes you. I'm just going to get some more foliage in here. See how it's so bright, this parakeet party, but it does go back a bit once it dries. You can see the difference between the new, I don't know, I'm going there. Just play. Leaves grow all different directions, so yay. I think it's like time for Janice to step away from the card. But anyway, you get my drift. There's loads there. So we'll leave some white space on this card as well. So yeah, that's my stamping. So it really is a simple card. These are one of these cards that you could make up a quantity of. Definitely one that you could batch make. So then it's just a matter of, well, for me it's finding a glue that's going to work. That's been my main challenge here. And it's not that one. And there's one in this tub that works, I know it. I've got about 4 there with varying amounts in. Here we go. That one's came out a bit quick. So then the stamped layer goes on to the Starry Sky. Obviously you just use what colours you have. And then this is on the card base, and then that's it. Card 1 done. Now I did include in the kit the brushed brass butterflies. I have none left. Mine are finished. You all have yours. You get half a pack in your kit. I was looking to see if I had something else to use, but nothing jumping out at me at the moment. Let me see what's in here. I had, I've got in colour, here they are. So we have these, the matte decorative dots. If you have, if you've bought into my In Colour Club, you will have a full set of these by the time we're finished. The handy thing is they do come off in sheets, so each, although I didn't include that in my listing, I have decided to give you a sheet of each one as a gift with your In Colour Club box. Don't say I'm not good to you. Right, so where is my ponytail? Everything's hiding from me because I've done quite a lot of face-to-face classes this week and I haven't tidied up properly. Does that surprise you? I'll just use... Oh, there's another Pokey, an unbranded one. So I think I'll just pop... What will we go with? The Orchid Oasis or the Bright? I think we'll go with the Brights. what's it called? Starry Sky. I'll put one there. And a couple of wee ones down here, I think. And if you notice, they are, it's kind of ombre. They get lighter as you go down, which is quite good. So what I'll do is I'll take a light one and pop it there. And that will do us just a wee bit of added interest. We've got lovely ribbon as well. You know, the in colour range is pretty nice this year. So, yeah. So that is card number 1. So thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed making it and it's got you stamping and yeah, and enjoying this stamp set. Is simply gorgeous. Who doesn't like a bit of wisteria? Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.